Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out the classic auto mall in Morgantown, Pennsylvania. So I had driven past this place a number of times back and forth to Carlisle car shows, and it's crazy, honestly. It is massive. I was there for hours and hours. What it is, it's a giant indoor car market with all these cars on consignment, I believe. And I was speechless when I showed up. I did not realize the scope of it. They said at the time of my visit, there was roughly 1,100 cars on display, which is wild. I was just I had a day off and I wanted to check it out, and I'm so glad I did. My initial impressions, it's like a giant mall, like a typical mall that was just repurposed to fit cars in, and cars are tucked in every corner. I have no idea how you'd get one of these things out that are really tucked far back. Wait till you see some of the other rooms. There are cars that don't even run that are in there deep. My other initial impression is that these cars are expensive, and I don't know if it's because they're on consignment, they bump the numbers up a little bit, but I don't know. And maybe I'm out of my mind on some of these car prices, but they were really, really inflated, in my opinion. I would assume there's some wiggle room with these because I heard some of the brokers sort of discussing it over the phone, but wow. Some of this stuff was crazy price. You'll probably see some tags and price tags throughout the video, but I don't know. It was very cool to see, and it was free to go into. They're open, I think, 7 days a week, and they just let anybody walk through. They're like, don't touch stuff, but you can go walk around, and I did. They're like, you take pictures, whatever. So I enjoyed myself, and without further ado, I hope you enjoy this video, and let me know what your favorite car is. I'm going to try and jump back in the video here and there to talk through some of the more interesting things that I found, like this Dodge Rampage with Subaru Brat jump seats in the back. As much as I thought this car was cool, this was kind of an example of one that was overpriced. Sorry to the owner. This thing was rusty. The roof had a lot of bubbles in it, kind of on some weird wheels, but I think it was like $12,000. It was a lot. Okay, I'm done for now. Enjoy the video, and I'll jump in when I want to say something else. Okay, that didn't take long. So check this out. This is a Pierce Arrow with a V12, and you'll notice that there are a few Pierce Arrows in this building. Pierce Arrows were manufactured in Buffalo, New York, and that's I grew up outside of that city, so these are kind of near and dear. But one of their signature looks are those Frenched-in sort of headlights on the fenders. And again, you'll see more throughout the video. All right, here's another good one. Porsche tractor. You know, I know Lamborghini made tractors, and I guess I didn't know, or maybe I just forgot that Porsche also made tractors, but this thing was a pretty cute little unit. All right, this caught my eye. This thing is wild. I believe it's a Beetle with a Porsche 959 body kit on it. It's like a Porsche Speedster body kit with a 959 body kit on top of it. It's crazy. And here's some absolutely epic early 2000s memorabilia on a Thunderbird. Here's one of my favorites of the day. This was an Opel Kadett, and it was just in immaculate shape, and it's just a cool little car. I actually don't know if they sold these in the US, but if they did, I don't see them regardless. So this thing was just so mint. You see these Mercedes SLs all over the place, but you don't often see the V12 SL600s. So again, this thing was in super nice shape, and I just like these, especially with the V12. Fun fact, on these Z28 Camaros and other high-performance Chevy products, you could get what's called a flow tie, which is a hollowed out bow tie to increase the cooling capacity of the grill. It's awesome. All right, I'm talking quite a lot, but I was just having a fun time. Check this out. This is a Bricklin SV1. I think SV1 stood for safety vehicle, and this is a Canadian car. So what do we have here? A Chrysler Airflow from the 1930s? No, we have a 1996 Toyota classic sedan. Yeah, this thing was so cool. And I think they're limited to 500 units, so pretty rare. Here's another that would be coming home with me. This absolutely gargantuan Chrysler New Yorker. Also in like pristine shape. And check out the interior. That is serious levels of 70s funky couch. And here's another Pierce Arrow. This was very much a project, and I think later in the video there's another one that's even more decrepit than this, but check out the headlights. That's what I'm talking about, kind of worked into the fenders. This had some pretty cool details on it. Another decrepit unit from the Classic Auto Mall. This is a Cord, not a cord. This is a singular Cord. These were cool. You could get them supercharged. They were also front wheel drive. All right, so if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know I have a Fiat 500 Abarth. So naturally, I was going nuts for this Alfa Romeo Spider. This thing is just a pretty car in a very cool color. I was super psyched. I actually saw this. I've seen this before driving around the streets of Philadelphia, and I'm excited to see it here. This thing was gorgeous. 1970 Buick Riviera. Dude, from the mid 60s when these first came out all the way through the early 70s, these cars were just oozing coolness. Check out the character line on the side of that thing. And it just looks mean. And on the other, in the interior rather, super cool. Black interior with a really, really unique shifter, console shifter towards the middle. Check this thing out. And here we have a 1960, I believe, Buick Electra. Just look at how absolutely massive its butt is. It's so long. It's crazy. Now, this is one I did not mind the price on. This is a 1969 Chevy Caprice sports sedan in beautiful red. It's got a 427 and it's a four-door. It's a super highly optioned car and it's a sports sedan, so it's missing the B pillar. This thing was just super cool. This, I mean, with the hidden headlights too, absolutely mean car. Now, here's one I had no idea what I was looking at first. This is a 1992 Puma AM4 convertible. These are a Brazilian car, but don't they look a lot like Alfa Romeo Spiders or like 280Zs? Super, like, kind of, I don't know, just like a mishmash of looking of a car. And I believe the power plant is supplied by Volkswagen. But yeah, when's the last time you saw a Brazilian vehicle? All right, I wish I was a very wealthy and very skilled mechanic because this would be my daily driver. 2007 Audi S6. Yeah, these have a V10. They're a 5.2 liter V10 with like 435 horsepower. Just amazing cars, but also amazingly unreliable and expensive to maintain. you guys, if you don't like the Buick Roadmaster Estate Wagon, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. This thing was cherry, while also being the color of a cherry. And to me, it looks like showroom and factory fresh. 171,000 miles on this beautiful GM unit. God, I need one of these things in my life. Not only does this place have tons of cars, they also got boats. All right, you guys already know I wanted this thing. This is a Renault Clio, and I don't know, maybe I just have a thing for cute little hatchbacks, but yeah, I wanted to take this thing home with me. But I don't know, 12 grand seems a little steep for me. It's cool. How about that? It's just a really cool car, and I hope whoever buys it is happy with it. And here's the other decrepit Pierce Arrow that I promised you. Man, the late 70s, early 80s were rough on cars. This is a 1981, I think, Ford Thunderbird. They didn't even come with a 5-liter. They had a 4.2-liter V8, mustering like 115 horsepower. I mean, sad, but still a cool car. And speaking of cool, if you can't afford a Ferrari 355, don't worry. You can buy this Pontiac Fiero, which honestly, I think looks pretty sick with this body kit on it. It's like a good color combo with the tan roof. All right, y'all. So this was my favorite car in the Classic Auto Mall. I don't even know if it was for sale. I've been checking their website every week for more details. Can't find anything. This is an Alfa Romeo 166. It's got a stick. It could have had the 2-liter twin spark motor or like one of the Busso V6s. I just think this is a sick car, and I was so psyched to see it. I stood there looking at it for minutes. hard to read, but yeah, this Cobra they were asking like $900,000 for. They pretty much kept all the high-end stuff behind glass, but still cool to see. I had never seen a Ferrari Boxer before, nor I don't think I've actually seen a Daytona either. So that was exciting to see. So this is what I mean when I say it's like a mall that's been repurposed. Just vast. Wait a second, what was that? Yes, okay. My eyes do not deceive me. Amazing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a comment. What was your favorite car?